Greetings and salutations, guys, gals, and transvestites. It's me, good old Tuffy Tuff, and I'm back on a Saturday. I know this is a little different. I had a video I posted last night, but it had some technical difficulties, so I took it down within like 10 minutes. I was going to put it back up, but it was late and I wanted to go into my slumber. But there's a bigger reason that I'm saving the video for today and doing this little intro. Today is my birthday! Okay, yes, this is a big celebration. It's my 19th birthday. I have already got birthday wishes from a whole heck of a lot of people, you know, people with power. Bill Clinton, Michael Jordan, you know, the basketball thrower, Scott Hall, and Prince William and Meghan Markle. But you know what? I don't give one Sam hell about them. Old Crazy Willie, you know. Willie! Clinton wanted to come to my house and hang out with old Tuffy. I said, no sirree, Bob. The people I really care about is all my fine gals and my fine guys, gals, and transvestites that are my subbies. If you want to send me a present, I like Arby's roast beef sandwiches with red sauce, oil to oil myself up because you know I'm a bodybuilder. Let's see, what else would I fancy? Adult diapers, because, you know, as I said in one of my early videos, I like to soil myself when I'm playing games and I don't want to, you know, take time out to go to the commode or abode, whatever it's called. So there you have it. You'll see the video I posted yesterday of gaming franchises that need a soft reboot. But happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. And with all you, I'm going to have the best 19th birthday of my life. Greetings and salutations, guys, gals, and transvestites. It's old Tuffy Tuff and the Tuff Foundation coming at ya with my Friday video. And last Friday was a big day for us sassy pants McGamers, or at least for all the folk and gay folk in PlayStation Nation, because God of War came out. I personally don't remember anything that happened this past week because I have been drunk off that Steel Reserve to 111111. Mix in a little bath salts here and there, and I'm lucky I'm not in the clink for a 211. Just kidding, y'all. I was sober this week. I saw old man Bill Cosby get convicted of having touchy fingers and a violating penis. Anywho, God of War got this noggin a-pondering. What other game franchises need a soft reboot? Okay, so many of you may be wondering, what is a soft reboot? And you're probably like, hey, Tuffy Tuff, there's nothing soft on your body, not one doggone thing. So how do you know what a soft reboot is? Well, I just use my noggin. And to let all you know, a soft reboot is basically what God of War did. You have the same character and a lot of the same elements, but you change the direction of the franchise, or in some cases, you just modernize it, or you even totally change the genre. That is just to name a few of the ways you do a soft reboot on a franchise. Many of you in the peanut gallery might not know this, but an example of a franchise having a soft reboot would be the Grand Theft Auto series. Yeah! Did all you fine and classy people out there Now that is one classy SOB. Did all you people know that the first 2 Grand Theft Auto games were open world games, but they were totally played from the top-down view? Sure, you could shoot bros and steal cars, but it didn't have the incredible polish and detail that you see in the series today. The first few Grand Theft Autos played like how the retro City Rampage plays today. I played Grand Theft Auto London on my PS1 and it was pretty fun, but if you saw where the game came from and where it is now, well, it's more amazing than this fella right here.
How about butt squeeze?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I see you wanted to touch.
That's a good
Not this
one.
show. Not touching this show.
So that is just one example of a franchise doing a soft reboot. And I am going to name 3, count them, 3 franchise that your hero, the fella that you look up to, thinks should do a soft reboot. The first franchise, Tuffy Tuff, aka Captain Sax, wants to see reboot is the Prince of Persia series. I actually played the last Prince of Persia game, and it was called Prince of Persia Forgotten Sands, and I played the SOB on the PS3, and while it was alright, there was a whole peat of a lot of things it could improve on. And for the love of God, Jake Gyllenhaal made a movie about you guys. So get your cotton picking shit together, okay? Can't embarrass old Jakey Poo. Okay, so now you're probably wondering what I would do, the Tuffinator, would do to reboot this series. First off, I'd keep the prince. I'd keep his asshole brother Malik as well, even with his obvious crack problem. I mean, look at these pictures of him. I am letting him stay in my reimagining of the franchise. Maybe I'm being too generous here. Lay off the glass dick, Malik. Okay. Enough of the old. What is the new I am envisioning? First off, I would change the series to semi-open world. Say in the vein of like what Deus Ex Human Revolution did or last year's Prey. But it would take place in the fucking desert. But I would also add like a forest world, a desert city world with a sprawling castle. You know, the kind of stuff you used to see in the Prince of Persia games. First and foremost, Prince of Persia is known as a platforming game, and the kind of platforming I would target is what you see in the new Tomb Raider franchise, but much more like fantasy-ish, like triple jumps and sticking on ledges magically, and agile 600-pound men. Yes, all that in a bag of chips. Woohoo! Now, in regards to the combat, I would have them go in the direction of the Arkham Asylum formula. You know, games like Mad Max and the upcoming Spider-Man have done, they basically copied that formula, but I would do it with the Prince of Persia flair. Woo! So that would be my soft reboot for Prince of Persia. Ubisoft, you do that, and you will sell 15 million copies without a doubt, 100%. You have old Tuffy Tuff's word, and I know everything about anything, so it would be a major hit. Yes, sirree, Bob. I'm holding up 2 fingers because the second franchise to get the Tuffosaurus Rex reboot in the poop is Medal of Honor. And like Prince of Persia, I also played the second to last Medal of Honor game, which was called Medal of Honor. Boy, way to be creative, buttheads. This Medal of Honor game played like Call of Duty with 10% of its content. So yeah. So with this soft reboot, it would be all about doing something that has never been done before. First off, I would fundamentally change the way first-person shooters are played. I would make it so if you got shot in the leg, you would live but your person would fall down and have trouble walking. He may have to crawl or hop on one leg. If you got shoot in the hand, you would drop your gun. You'd be like, where's my pea shooter? I can't shoot. And the melee, yes, the melee, it would be visceral as shit. Like, you would be able to stab certain parts of people's body and they would react. It would be basically be like Metal Gear Rising. I would take the game to an ultra realistic level, but without the pain of a bullet going through your sphincter. The second big change I would make would be realistic, destructible environments. Like buildings actually would be destroyed realistically. You could take a gun and chip away at cover, and you wouldn't always need rockets and bombs to take shit down. You could drive a vehicle, like my Pinto or my Bugatti, into a building, and they would break other buildings by falling into them or exploding, and things would go flying all over the place. Would this create some cheap deaths and cater to players that aren't as skilled as other first-person shooter players? Yeah, but this game would be fun as shit and different, so who the Jim Dugan cares? Believe me, really awesome, destructible environments can cover up a game's shortcomings and be beloved and adored. Don't believe me? Play Red Faction Guerrilla. It's actually getting remastered this year. Play it and tell me if you cared about the story, characters, how tight the shooting mechanics were, or how much variety the game had. You probably won't, but what will blow you away is by how amazing the destructible environments are and how much fun you have. So who would care if Medal of Honor had some cheap deaths or destruction all over the place? It would be an amazing romp into an arcadey realistic shooter. That doesn't make much sense. The game would be different, and in this day and age, different games stand out, in old Tuffy Tuff's opinion. And that's the only opinion that matters to everyone. Yeah. So yes, that is how I would reboot Medal of Honor. Predicted sales? 50 million in 12 months. I'm glad you all agree with me. Oh, look at the time. I'm not even wearing a watch. Must mean I need to get to my final game. The final franchise that needs a soft reboot in Tuffy's imaginary world of gaming reboot is Castlevania. Okay, there is a new Castlevania game on the horizon, and it's the fucking fuck you, Konami! If you're going to ram us with no lube on the regular, just let some other developers have the franchises to do them justice, you fat, dumpy nerd bombers! I mean, no one will ever be able to do a Metal Gear Solid game justice like the Legend. No, not that Legend. Yes, that Legend. Konami, you proved that you gives no fucks about your franchise anymore with this bullshit. But Castlevania still has life. Motherfuckity fucks! Do it, man! Ah! Okay, so the reboot for Castlevania is gonna be a little different, though. That means different. I was trying to cater to my Spanish subbies. The last Castlevania game I played was Castlevania Lords of Shadows for the PS3, and it was actually pretty good. It was kind of like a mix between Shadow of the Colossus and God of War. The old God of War, not the new one. But then they released 2 more games, and they were like first degree dog shit. Woof, woof. Good dog. I said good dog, not big dog. Fucking Superman punching motherfucker! Arrgh! Okay, for the... I can't find anything soft on... Okay, for the soft reboot for this game, I would actually go back in time and make this game a Metroidvania style game again. Hey, I'm telling you guys to go back to your roots. The general was named after you, for Pete's sake. Castlevania Symphony of the Night was one of the greatest PS1 game of all time, and probably the greatest Castlevania game of all time, and that's saying a lot. The Metroidvania genre is still hot as ever. Yes, it's mostly used for indie games, and I would have not any problem at all with a new Castlevania going low-key and indie, because I am confident with the right developer. I'm looking at you, Dimension Games, that mixes all the super sexy Castlevania lore. We could have a Game of the Year contender if just a little love was thrown into this game. Also, if this game didn't want to go the indie route, why not have From Software make this game? I mean, doesn't it sound just right? Doesn't it feel right having the motherfuckers that made the Souls games make a Castlevania game? It just feels like a match made in heaven. Just like that reach around you got at Kentucky Fried Chicken last week. Didn't think I knew about that, but I did. WauwautosaTufGuy, Patriot Act guy. So there you have it, guys, gals, and transvestites. What do you think about the franchises I think need a soft reboot? Did I do A-okay? Or is my horrible huffing addiction to keyboard cleaners starting to show? Yeah, I'm on the verge of functioning. So what games do you people want to see reboot? I want to know, so write that down below. I have a 3rd grade reading level, so I'll try to understand what you're writing. I love these, you all. Have a swell weekend. Toodaloo!